The Minnesota Timberwolves have pushed the Denver Nuggets to the brink of first-round elimination. We welcome you to Inside the NBA, presented by McDonald's. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, Jalen Rose in for Kenny Smith. Man, if you missed this game, shame on you. This was something to see. Let's jump right into the highlights of this. Game 4 at Target Center. Anthony Edwards, more on him later. Nikola Jokic trying to get the Nuggets even in this series. And right off the bat, watch Dante DiVincenzo. After he misses the three, just tries to push off. Non-contact injury, and as we heard from Shams Charania later, right Achilles torn.
That's so bad, man. That play happens 1,000 times in a game.
A guy who played and started all 82 games, only 4 guys in the league can make that claim this year. You saw Jokic score there, and then Naz Reid with the drive. 1-point game.
The Wolves bench won this game for
us. Without question.
Oh, no. Ayo Dosunmu.
Yep. Jamal Murray connects. Denver's got the lead. And now Anthony Edwards comes down awkwardly. Looks like a hyperextension of.
Hey.
And that's really unfortunate because he got off to a slow start offensively, but he's a terrific young superstar talent. Hopefully it's not anything very serious.
So how would Minnesota overcome the loss of 2 starters
Ayo Dosunmu
in this game?
That's how.
I tell you what.
Exactly.
Say his name correctly. Ayo Dosunmu.
Ayo Dosunmu, yes indeed.
When you ball like this, people learn how to pronounce your name.
Yeah, they do. Man, the Nuggets was so careful.
4-on-0, Chuck. Look.
Come on, man. They turned this ball over twice and all hell broke loose.
And the
next play, watch this play right here.
The thing is, they had only turned it over once, Chuck, in the first half. Into the third quarter, then they turned it over 9 times in the second half.
You know, the Bulls must have like Michael Jordan and Bob Lemon, Bob Lee. They got rid of it. Bob Love.
Dosunmu again as Minnesota opens up the gap, and then time winding down, and Jaden McDaniels
lay it up.
First of all,
lay it up.
I don't like he shot that, but that Joker was just frustrated because he went 1 for 10 in the second half. I mean, Rudy is balling right now.
Yeah, so the league will take a look at this. Obviously, a lot of bodies in there.
This is nothing.
Hold me back.
Hey, listen, I hope that nothing happens here. The Joker just frustrated. He's having a rough series.
Yeah, but when you lose, you got to go into the locker room.
You're right. But I just hope they don't do anything stupid.
They won't.
112-96 is your final. Rudy Gobert had 15 rebounds in that game. He had a couple of blocks. He had a couple of steals, and he joins us now. Rudy, thank you very much for taking a couple of minutes.
My pleasure.
I don't even know exactly where to start. I'm going to start at the end, I think, because that's what's freshest in our mind. Your take on Jaden laying that ball in the closing seconds when you got the lead.
It's the playoffs, man. You know, the game's still going. He has the ball in his hands. To me, then nothing much to be mad about.
Rudy, when you're going against a player like Joker with a multitude of moves, you know, you being the defensive player of the year a couple of times, what's your thought process when you got to guard a guy that has so many moves on the block? What are you saying to yourself before each game?
I'm just making him work, making him earn every single bucket that he gets. You know, he's obviously, he can shoot, he can drive, he can pass, he got multiple counters. So it's just about, you know, staying between him and the basket and just contesting the shots.
You know, Rudy, I was talking before the game, this is the best I've seen, number one, anybody play the Joker. Are you doing anything different? Because he's had 3 tough games in a row against you. I mean, and it's noticeable. I mean, he's really struggling. Have you doing anything different the last 3 games?
Not really. Just being aggressive. Just being poised. You know, trying to be disciplined. And then it's a team effort. You know, my teammates do a great job. Trying to make the other guys, take away the other guys too. Jamal Murray, Tim Hardaway, Aaron Gordon, all the other guys that are very talented. You know, they're doing a great job. Taking them away, so it allows me to just focus on Joker.
Rudy, you lose your starting backcourt in the first half. Young superstar and Anthony Edwards. who's a terrific performer, and obviously Dante DiVincenzo, who I feel like is one of the best glue guys in the league. What are you guys saying at halftime that made you guys turn around the second half and play so dominant?
Let's go get it. Just keep guarding. Our defense is really what allows us to win those games. So just keep guarding, and then offensively we have guys that can come in and make plays, and we have trust in these guys. Ayo was incredible tonight, but we have a lot of other guys that can come in and create offense for us. That's the strength of our team.
Rudy, I got to say something. Your young guy called out all the Nuggets said they couldn't play defense, but he's not guarding those guys, though. Like, if I'm playing with a guy and I'm going Larry Bird or Karl Malone or Kevin McHale and somebody says something to piss them off, did you like, yo, man, shut the hell up. I got to guard Joker. You just worry about your man.
whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, but we got a lot of trust in each other, and that's the strength of our team. We have a bunch of underdogs and guys that love that challenge. They love to be underdogs and then come in and face the greatest challenges. That's who we are.
Finally, Rudy, how would you describe what we saw from Ayo Dosunmu tonight with his 43 points off the bench? Incredible. I mean, I looked up and I didn't know he had 30, and he kept going. He stayed aggressive. He didn't even force. He was kind of effortless. Just getting to the basket, shooting threes, floaters, pushing the pace. Just a great performance, and that's what he does every day. Rudy Gobert, congratulations on the third win of this series for you and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Thanks for spending some time with us, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
40 points off the bench.
Shout out to the great Fred Brown.
Yeah, downtown Freddie Brown.
Yeah. Nick been excellent, too.
Quick.
And Steph actually did it off the bench once back in 2016.
Well, he should be a bench player anyway.
But Ayo with those 43. Jalen Rose, that defies description, that game for Ayo.
Incredible, but like we talked pregame, once he got going, if you notice in these picks, that's Rudy also setting it while Joker's guarding him. And like Chuck said, in the second half defensively, they just swarmed Denver. He, Bones Highland, Naz Reid, with Jaden McDaniels on the perimeter and Rudy protecting down low. It was just an amazing performance. And now he has made a name for himself in the league.
And to all the high school and college kids and young guys that's playing in the league, pay attention to what young fella did. He got his opportunity and he went in, he stepped up.
Second round pick, too.
Second round pick, but he said it, hey, as a kid, I've been waiting for this moment. Everybody that's been in the NBA wants a moment like that, and he got
But you can tell his confidence is sky high, too. Because this is his second, obviously this is a career game. But he had a good game last game. He had 25 last game.
He led him with 25.
Yeah, so his confidence is through the roof.
76 bench points for the Minnesota Timberwolves in this game. Here's my question for you. You're up double digits with time running out, and the ball's in your hands like it was in Jaden McDaniels' hands. Are you laying that in? Are you laying that in? Are you laying that in?
I'm doing a Vince Carter 360 wrong way windmill dunk. Of course I'm laying it in.
And I'm gonna put a hit on him too.
Okay, and I'm gonna knock you out.
You got the ball, Chuck. What are you doing?
I don't
dribbling it out.
Ball, but listen, I ain't gonna lie. I have put hit on guys. Like if we're down 20.
Okay, but why not?
Because you don't do it.
Why?
I've been on teams.
Why?
If a team is up on one of my teams 20 points.
All right, so what's the difference between 20
and the guy
22?
shoots a three? I'm gonna say, hey, $500 to somebody to knock the hell out of it. I've done that before, and I'm proud of it too.
Listen, you lose by one.
No, I'm proud of it too. If you shoot that ball, we gonna get you.
Listen. Who said you can't shoot the ball?
Well, that's rules to this.
What rules? Made by who?
If you were down 25, you wouldn't want them shooting that ball.
Bro, a loss is a loss. You lose by 20, lose by 20.
I believe.
I mean, I ain't going to try to fight him because he laid it up.
I'm going to take a foul on him.
You're not going to go at him for doing that.
I'm going to take a foul on him.
Yeah. Next game, I'm going to get him.
I'm going to split the difference. Jaden actually tried to protect their feelings by not doing what Shaq said he would have did.
Oh, out of Vince
He
Carter.
just laid the ball up
Out of
and
Vince
was going
Carter
over there to
that night.
celebrate
First of all,
with
you
his
can't
team.
jump like Vince Carter, so stop it.
All right.
But that's just sour grapes. It is the playoffs, and like Rudy Gobert said, we don't care about your feelings, actually. So if I can say or do something that's going to actually upset you, then I'm going to do it.
And Dante DiVincenzo, I go back to what Dante DiVincenzo said after McDaniels made those comments about the defense and naming all the guys. He said, he's crazy. I love him. And so not totally unexpected for him to finish a game this way.
This is my rule of thumb on what you're talking about. I always say to myself, I could understand if I shot that ball, if somebody knocked the hell out of me. I always say, when people always say, what would have happened? I says, if I windmilled, if I had a windmill to dunk, if somebody came down there and knocked the hell out of me,
Ernie,
I'd be like, okay.
This is the playoffs. I'm trying to get in your head. I'm trying to embarrass you in front of your family, in front of your wives, in front of your girlfriend. I'm laying that ball up.
All right,
I don't care about the consequences.
Let's go live to the podium. David Adelman.
I thought our guys played their ass off throughout that first half. I thought they maintained a physicality about them. And you give those guys credit. I mean, 2 guys off their bench had 60 points combined. I don't think that's from competitive spirit issues. That's 2 guys having a great night and us having a really tough second half offensively. The 9 turnovers for 13 points at 24%. That's not a competitive thing. That's just having a really tough second half offensively with a chance to break the game open in the third quarter. That's how I saw it.
As far as the games, it does feel like a lot of these games between you two there is a lot of emotional capital involved in them. Jamal felt like the offense was kind of sped up by the emotions in Game 3. Do you feel like you guys were able to at least kind of control that and get to what you wanted as this game kind of got out of control, or did the emotions kind of take over a little bit?
No, I mean, our 2 best players are 6 for 24 in the second half. I would say the majority of those shots were good shots. They're actions we run for Jamal, Nikola. And then on the flip side of that, unfortunately, a lot of guys just didn't have good nights. You go 6 for 28 from 3. It's just not going to do it. 38% from the floor. Those are numbers that are not going to win. And I'm going to say this again. They scored 2 meaningless baskets at the end. They had 108 points in this game. It's when you hold a team to 108 in the NBA, you should have a great chance to win the game. And it's happened 2 games in a row. And that's why the guys in the locker room, very frustrated, but very understanding of how close we are to flipping the series. And I don't care what you write. I really don't. I know what the team feels. I know what they felt before the game. The narrative doesn't matter to me. I know the feeling of the group. And I know that there's something in us.
David, before the game.
You're David Adelman, and you're the Nuggets, and you're going home down 3-1. Put me in their shoes.
It's do or die. And you just want to make sure there isn't any residual effect from the Joker, in my opinion, losing his control at that moment and players leaving the bench. And so I think the Nuggets have a really good chance to extend this series. But as I said prior to the game, I just thought a healthy Minnesota team is just better. They're deeper, they're more versatile, and that really proved itself today, losing their starting backcourt.
And let me tell you something. The Minnesota can't even celebrate.
Yeah.
This might really be the, regardless of what happened in this series, they're not going to win the championship without Anthony Edwards and DiVincenzo. So, as excited as they are in this moment, it's going to be a rough 24 to 48 hours because they're not going anywhere without Anthony Edwards.
And sometimes as players and coaches, you have to adjust. You can't let a guy come off the bench and get 43 points. You can't even let a guy come off the bench and get 22. Not 32, but, to let a guy get 42. So when he's up around the 20, 25, you got to make some type of adjustments, like, getting the ball out of. I know he's not Ant Edwards, but he was Ant Edwards like tonight, and I've seen them double Ant Edwards and, make him give the ball up. Because that was his complaint last year, hey, I'm getting doubled a lot. But so I think if they ever get in that situation again, they have to do a better job of making adjustments.
Ayo Dosunmu, 43 points.
Damn.
13 out of 17 from the field, 5 out of 5 from deep, 12 out of 12 from the line. That's having a night right there. You're going to hear from Chris Finch when we come back here on Inside.
Hey, listen, I'm just telling you.
Got to turn that
I
off
had
a little.
see, Shaq. This is a perfect example. I had to fight you then. You threw that ball at me.
You fouled me first.
I fouled you. You can't throw a ball at me in front of 18,000 people.
No, I didn't throw the ball. You fouled me.
I know, but I had to do it. I don't care if I lose. I had to protect myself.
You guys lose 2 guys to big injuries. Just what did you see from your group collectively to dig deep and pull this one out?
Might be the most proud of our team all season, just fighting through everything we did. We knew that they were going to come out with a super spirited and sharp effort, which they certainly looked good in the first. And, losing those 2 guys was really tough emotionally for the guys. Regrouped well. I thought the key was just hanging in there until we get to halftime, kind of reset things, figure out what we have and who we have going forward. We just, we're able to find our offensive rhythm. I mean, Ayo was just out of this world, man, and just play after play after play. And we really had a team effort. I mean, everybody chipped in, whether Mike, played whatever he played 20 minutes, even Kyle's minutes. TJ hits a 3. And that's what you need, man. I'm just really proud of these guys. Can't say it enough, man.
112-96 is your final score. So Minnesota's up 3-1, Chuck. But with no Dante and with no, well, we don't know for how long for Anthony Edwards. So how safe a lead is 3-1 against Denver?
This is what you got to do. Like, we can't worry about 3-1. We got to win 1 game. We can't say we got to win 3. The Nuggets got to go home. We got to get back to Minnesota. Because we know they without DiVincenzo, and then they might be without Anthony, but it's a 1-game series for them right now. We've got to win the next game. Let's don't worry about that. It's just 1 game. But listen, that injury update is looming. We know that they get well soon, Dante. That's brutal. But Anthony, that's the big one. But Denver's got to be like, we in a 1-game series right now.